Hello there, my name is Chris Fagnan. Today I'm going to talk about the capabilities of using a digital multimeter, the safety precautions when using the meter, the display of the meter when a measurement is out of range, and I'm going to verify that an outlet is live, determine if a battery is charged, and perform a continuity test on a basic two-way light switch. Today I'm using a Sentech digital clamp multimeter to perform my tests. A multimeter is an electronic measuring device that combines several measurement functions into one unit. A typical multimeter allows you to measure AC voltage, DC voltage, current, resistance, and this meter specifically allows you to test the installation of an external unit. When using the device, be sure not to drop the meter or overload the meter. If you are unsure of the range you are measuring, choose a high range that you know will not be overloaded. You can always switch to a lower range if you need to. Before you connect the meter to a circuit, ensure that the range switch is set to an appropriate position. Carefully check circuit connections before applying power to meters. Be careful not to touch any other electronic components within the equipment. Be careful not to touch the probe tips to each other while connected to anything else, and never switch settings while the probes are connected to a circuit. An example of this being switching from voltage reading to a current reading. When the meter measurement is out of range, it will read OL, or 1, which stands for open loop. This means that the multimeter is unable to measure a lower resistance value than what it already has. The meter tries to display this measurement, but since there's no way of displaying that high of a number, it displays OL or a 1 instead. You also have to set the multimeter to a range that it can measure. For example, today I will be measuring a DC 12 volt battery. I will set this meter to DC voltage and put it on 20. This means it can measure up to 20 volts. I want to verify that this outlet is live, because I need to trim my hedges this weekend, and in order to do that I need electricity. So I'm going to test this outlet. I know that I have 120 volts AC coming into this outlet, but I want to make sure of that. So I'm going to set my meter to AC 200 because that allows us to measure up to 200 volts. I'm going to take the red probe and put that to the hot side of the outlet, and I'm going to take the black probe and put that to the common side of the outlet. And my reading is 123.4 volts, which means that my outlet is live. I've been having issues trying to start my boat, so I want to see if my boat battery is charged. To do this, I know that it's a 12 volt battery and it's DC. So I'm going to set my meter to DC 20 because that allows me to measure voltages up to 20 volts. I'm going to take my red probe and put it to hot, and I'm going to take my common probe and put it to common. And I'm getting a reading of 12.31 volts, which tells me that my battery is charged. I'm now going to take a resistance reading of this light bulb. This bulb has been flickering, and I want to see if the light bulb is the issue. If I have a reading of 1 or OL, it will tell me that there's a broken connection within the light bulb, which is why the bulb is not working. Before I measure the resistance, I want to take the bulb out of the live circuit, which I already have done. If you don't disconnect a device from the circuit when measuring resistance, the voltage and current can mess up the measurement. I'm going to take the ohm meter and put it on 200 because I know the range will be less than 200. I'm going to put the red probe to where the current will be entering the light bulb. I'm going to take the common and put it against the side. And I'm going to get a reading of about 16, which tells me the issue is not the light bulb. The final measurement I will be performing is a continuity test on a two-way light switch. I need to install a light in my garage, and I want to make sure the switch works before I install it. If your multimeter reads just above 0 ohms when the switch is open, it means that there is a good continuity in the switch. Most multimeters will beep continuously when testing a connection with a good continuity. If the switch is off and the ohm meter reads 1 or OL, then the connection within the switch is broken, which means the light switch is working properly. I'm going to put my ohm meter to 200, and I'm going to test the switch while it's off. And my reading is 1, which means that the switch is off. When I flick the switch on, I get a reading of just under 1, which tells me that my switch is working properly. That concludes my video. Thank you for watching.